I was always the silent one. Not because I had nothing to say, but because I learned early that speaking didn't always mean being heard. So I adapted. I watched instead of talked. I listened instead of interrupted. I studied people like they were patterns waiting to be understood. While everyone else was trying to be seen, I was learning what they didn't notice. I saw the fake confidence, the forced laughter, the way people switched up depending on who was in the room. I saw it all, and I said nothing. Not because I was weak, but because I realized something most people don't. Noise doesn't equal power. So I became quiet, and over time, that silence became my identity. The quiet one. The one who doesn't say much. The one you don't really notice until you do. At first, it didn't bother me. There's a certain peace in being overlooked. No expectations. No pressure. No spotlight burning into your skin. But peace can turn into isolation if you stay there too long. Because the truth is, being silent doesn't mean you're not feeling everything. It means you're feeling it deeper. Every look, every tone, every small shift in energy people ignore. I carried all of it, and I never released it. So it built, year after year, moment after moment. I kept stacking thoughts I never spoke, feelings I never showed, versions of myself I never allowed to exist. I became a locked room, filled with everything I never said. And eventually, you start to question yourself. Do I even matter if I'm not heard? Would anything change if I spoke up? Or am I just meant to stay like this, invisible? That's the dangerous part of silence. Not the quiet itself, but what it convinces you of. It tells you to shrink, to stay small, to believe your voice doesn't carry weight. But silence isn't the problem. Fear is. Fear of being judged. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of finally being seen and not accepted. So you stay quiet, not because you want to, but because it feels safer than risking rejection. And I lived like that for a long time, until something changed. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, there was no big moment, just a realization that everything I kept inside wasn't protecting me anymore. It was holding me hostage. All those thoughts, they deserved air. All those feelings, they deserved expression. And my voice, it wasn't meant to stay buried. So I started small. Not speeches, not big declarations. Just moments, saying what I actually thought, even if my voice felt shaky. Not laughing at things that didn't sit right with me. Letting my presence be felt, instead of hidden. And it was uncomfortable. It still is sometimes. Because when you've been silent your whole life, speaking feels like stepping into a spotlight you never asked for. But here's what I learned. Your voice doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. It just has to be real. And the more I used it, the more I realized something. People listen differently when the quiet one speaks. Because it's not constant. It's not empty. It carries weight. It carries truth. It carries everything that was built in silence. So yeah, I was always the silent one. The observer. The one in the background. The one people underestimated because I didn't compete for attention. But I'm not the same anymore. I'm still quiet, but now it's intentional. Now when I speak, it's because I choose to. Not because I finally found my voice, but because I decided to use it. And there's a difference. Silence used to define me. Now, it fuels me. Because everything I went through in the quiet, every moment I held back, every word I swallowed, every time I felt invisible, it built something. Something sharp, something controlled, something real. So don't get it twisted. I'm still the silent one. But now, my silence isn't emptiness. It's power waiting for the right moment. And when that moment comes, you'll hear me.